Okay, reaction towards new stacks coming up, delivered from Shambhala. I'd strongly recommend for those of you who like to collect to get these. They are about 3.5 euros. And Shambhala is very generous. They've been, because, well, I do invest in lot in cards, and so I get these on the side. It's not something one take for granted, and this is also why I'm like super grateful for the things that Shambhala can provide this channel with, and the trust that we have in between us is great. We also got this yesterday, which is brilliant if you want to have more than just one deck with you. One thing I did yesterday was to bring a deck like this called Murder of Crows, my favorite deck, where I realized that I reached a level when it comes to collection, and certain things you don't drag them around. They should be protected, they should be plastic, they should be in something. Because they're not, I've gone beyond just using them. So certain cards I might consider purchasing 2 decks. Like this one is not something you just drag around and read people with this. This is a collector's item. Now I'm going to show you what's inside. And the thing is that it really is an investment. You might as well invest in silver or gold. And the reason is that if you can keep this one flawless, is that not only are there a lot of tarot fans out there who would die to get this, but I'd say go as far as say that there are a lot of, because we are thousands who are as psychotic as I am, that uses tarot as a fix. It's like an addiction, and it really is an addiction. And with my background in art, I think it is fair that I can share my perception of each card. Think in 20, 30, 40 years ahead, the value of this one, which is not only a very beautiful wrapped tarot deck, these are my favorite wrappings because they are very stable, but it is in fact based on David Bowie. It's the David Bowie deck. And it's quite psychedelic. And so I guess in a few years ahead, when this is out of print and this is, you know, or out of print, you know, this is, this will be very vintage. I assume that also people who are obsessed with David Bowie will go haywire just to get hold on this one. Another thing I would recommend is to get these pouches. I made some self-made cards, of course, because I don't feel all the cards I have give me all the answers I want. But the thing is that when most cards that you buy, they have this kind of wrapping. At some time, when you use the cards a lot, this is going to be really loose. You put them in the bag and they will all fall out. And this is also over time going to create a damage. I have a deck called Vice Versa, which has been my favorite. They was my favorite, and now they are so worn down. This is broken in all directions, and so to get a proper, decent protection, which Shambhala have been provided me with for a long time now, it's a must. And you can also, of course, make them yourself. So, believe it or not, I have not looked inside. I only seen some pictures on the wall. I have not looked inside, so I'm going to open this with you. And I don't know why, I'm scared to look inside. I'm not like a badass David Bowie fan, unless this Cat People song, it does give me the bumps. So here we have one of those, it's got a small lid in comparison to the other ones I have. They got a bigger lid. Doesn't really mean a lot. It's protective, it's thick. It's thick, the emballage, can I just say it like that? It's a little Norwegian. And so clearly this is not like one of these super special collections that, you know, there's a very large book that follows, but a decent book. And there's no pictures inside the book. But it does describe, wow, it does describe in a very poetic way the cards. Queen of Swords, watery part of air, in I don't know, how do you say parenthèse? I serve a noble cause, the independent, formidable, unprincipled energy, taking no prisoners, willing to do what must be done, a phenomenal organizer and problem solver. She can guide you to live by your principles. Reversed, a searing intellect that is thwarted by too little or too much emotion. In need of nature or nurture. So this is described a little bit different. You get them in most important languages. And also you can get, of course, how you put them up. So already now I feel I bended this one a little bit too much. So let's see what we have inside and if we can somehow manage to open them without destroying anything. So yes, for those of you who decided that you want to collect the cards for real, note that certain things, there's, you know, the money is going to disappear and people wonder, what are you going to invest in? And yesterday, after looking and seeing that there are people out there who are equally obsessed, not only with David Bowie, but with cards in general, I realized that purchasing the cards and take really, really good care of them is in fact an investment. So for me, moving around like I do, it's a really, really bad combination. So, of course, I'm going to continue the read. And now let's have a look and see if this stack can give me some kind of a shock. Okay. 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 There we go. So here we're not going to go through each and every card. For that you're going to go to Scarabo, or you can even call Shambhala in Torrevieja, and I'm sure he will send it to you. So this is an interesting beginning. This is not just a logo or the clown we are used to. Actually, this is a clown. This is not the fool as we are used to. Here we have sacred clown, and behind him we have sacred geometry. And personally, I'm a bit, I don't know what to say, because I did not expect this from David Bowie. I don't see him as a very psychedelic person, although he did have a lot of symbology to his videos. They come with a, you know, cool enough background, and the thickness on the card is how they're supposed to be. Not too thin, they will last a lifelong time. So here, instead of walking the cliff, he are stumbling around on some traps, and he's kind of looking creepy enough. I mean, if you are in some kind of DMT, you won't be able to see this anyway. But if you are in that state of mind, this is entertaining enough. So let's go along. Wow. So instead of the magician, we have the starman. I have to admit, I did not expect them to be this beautiful, because when they hang on the wall with big large paper, all I see is a lot of chaotic psychedelic colors, but here they are compromising themselves into an actual form. So this is an elevated understanding of the cards. They go even larger into where we are touching a cosmic mind, actually. So I'm a bit, well, I don't know. I don't have any words. They are just beautiful. I'll give them a top grade for sure. Here we have the High Priestess showing up here with sacred geometry and Mother Earth. And here we have the Empress showing up with beautiful loving colors. There are psychotic, crazy, beautiful details there. I told you before, I'm a bit, sensitive towards digital art. It can sometimes be too much. In this case, you go full on, and it's done with such a finesse, with such a touch. You can't argue with this. I couldn't go in and say, no, that is not ink. This there's really nothing to complain about. And so we have the Hierophant, beautiful, anyone that will shock me. The Lovers, of course, we have to have a girl orgy here. Many don't know that the Lovers are actually originally one man having to make the choice between two women. And here we have about like 4 women who are just fine where they are. As you can see, she's surrounded by a beehive. And the beehive, and here we have Metatron, the cube of Metatron, and the beehive is a symbol for the very matrix, that space-time continuum that we, the illusion basically that we experience right now. The Chariot here is just brilliant. I can't really describe it because it's beyond what I've ever seen before artwork. I was not going to bring them with me home yesterday because I really can't afford it, but something just screamed you can't leave without them. And here we have the reason. Now I get it now. This is so much more than tarot. This is a way of digging, this is divination, this is a way of digging into a cosmic consciousness, and you can use the cards as a suggestion. Where do you want to go? This is, instead of the Hermit, you actually have the Alien. Thank God they are marked, because I wouldn't be able to, I would be like, what? Obviously here the girl with the Leo, here in this case 2 Leos, so that's strength. And wow, beautiful, the Wheel of Time. I am stunned. What? I can't say anything because it's so perfect. I can't say, oh my God, look at how the colors balances out in this and blah, blah. I can't say anything. All I can do is just show it to you and tell you that, oh, the the size on the paper is perfect. It's, I don't know, there's a layer on it. I don't know what you call it. I'm not a paper expert. I should be, but I'm not. Here we have Justice. So here she's holding a brain versus the heart. And her Kundalini, as you can see, it's completely open. These, you know, are some of the most marvelous cards I've ever seen. The Hanged Man here looks, you know, dark enough. It's like the entire crown chakra is opening up in the wrong direction. As you can hear on my voice, I am excited. I am excited. And I honestly, I don't know how I'm going to do a read using these cards. Start shuffling them. It will hurt my stomach. I barely dare to touch them. This is how deep my obsession goes. After getting some filth on my Tarot Anatomia, I'm like, you know, going more and more like, But there are some cards like the Thoth Tarot and these, you can buy them forever, and you know, some cards that you really use, you should stick with them. If you want to use this, I think I'd get another stack rather than play too much with them, to be honest. Here we have Death, and to be honest, looking at Death, it looks quite nice. Daffodils and well, for those of you who ever had a psychedelic experience, it's not a promotion, but you know that all these cards, I don't understand why they are connected to David Bowie, but clearly whoever made them, which I don't know, it says here, actually it's inspired by the artworks he created for David Bowie. This is a who? Okay, great. Okay, great. Mystery. Who made them? We don't know. I'd say I don't care, but I do. Here we have Temperance. It's just wow. So this would be Sagittarius. Temperance, you already know. It's Archangel Michael. I prefer to make them a little bit more... I think it's really nice when you don't add too much, in particular Christian religion, to it. That's just a preference. I know too much about Christianity to... At least if you use it wisely, because you know where the root really is, you know, that it's not just about Michael, Jesus and Satan. It's not that easy. And here we have the Devil. I'm not sure he looks too scary. So the Devil, originally in the Hebrew, the originals of the original Hebrew, he would be called Hallel. And so just since we are here in the Hebrew world, we have protection. We have the protection. So we are going to go through eventually at some day, when we are, I feel I mastered the runes 100%, we're going to go through the Hebrew alphabet as well. So yeah, the devil. Who's the devil? Well, in this case, we are just talking about duality. So if temperance is Michael, then this would be Samael. If you see the devil as something that is equal to Satan, to Lucifer, which they are not. But yeah, the devil card, not freaky, just really nice, beautiful. Here we have the star. I will move on. Barely any stickiness. The moon. Enjoy. Judgment. This is a deja vu. It's a secret number here. I believe it could have something to do about the I Ching, but I wouldn't be so sure about it. Yeah, you have some signs here as well, so there might be some stuff you want to... It's an alien language, after all. I suppose he was an alien. This is the world. All I can say is just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I'm so happy I was naughty and wasted currency I don't possess. I don't know what to say. The cups. I love the colors. I love the touch there with the lotus. I love the draconic eye below the chalice there. I think the growth around it and the power that comes up from the cup, it's all coming together beautifully. So I would love to know what kind of computer program this person is using, but whoever you are out there, thank you. Here we have 2 of cups with the Kundalini symbol in the background here. Here's another secret alien language, something. So if some of you have any clue, then please do inform me. Please do inform me. 3 of cups, and I love that, because I've always thought 3 of cups is a tricky one. Is it just a celebration, or is it a third party, blah blah blah. Anyway, 3 is so many things, but here again what interests me is this alien kind of language here on the top. Oh my god! I really ran off with some... I can't believe I didn't, when I first saw them. Sometimes I have to think once, twice, 3, 4 times. And then when I finally make up the decision, I open up and I'm like, oh my god! Just like with the Russian tarot, which are really a puzzle. And I'm looking at a guy now in TV, he's called Madis, psychedelic music, and he's got the exact same symbols on his t-shirt, the square ones. Just a funny coincidence probably. Here we have 4 of cups, so we have grief. And I can't say any of the cards really. Most of them, they have a cheer to them. But just here, the colors go a little bit darker because it's grief. Here again, alien language. It could be his own handwriting. Notice that there are a lot of eyes. Each chalice has got an eye, and it's a draconian one. I think that's cool. Here we have 6 of Cups. I think these cards, they have room for study them. 7 of Cups. Oh wow. I tried to create some geometry stuff yesterday. I tell you, it ain't easy. It's just not do it like that. But here you have 7 of Cups. And he's walking here, Starman, like he's owning the 7 of Cups. You're mine. I have many options and you're all mine. Here we have some tagging with the 8 of Cups. He looks more confused here. Where 8 of Cups, yes, of course, I'm mixing that happens sometimes, sorry about that, but I'm mixing the 8 of coins. So here, of course, he's detaching emotionally, and all the small symbols here are just helping you understanding this in a much more easy way with the graffiti, all these things. So yeah, the description, you know, this is horrible. This is a headache experience. You have the cube here. All those weird thoughts that goes through your head on a subconscious level you can experience are all depicted in this card. 9 of Cups, so obviously she looks happy, and on each and every cup here there's a sacred geometry something. This star, I can't remember the name of all of them, but just wow. Here you have the lizard. And we know what the lizard is. It's not going into that conspiracy stuff, but they are attached to, they would oppose basically the eagle that is sitting on top of the tree of Yggdrasil, or God knows. Here we have 10 of Cups. Ow! So here we have the, you can see the hexagram right here. And so, no, I'm not Hebrew, but for those who know magic, you would know that the hexagram is, we call it a hex. It's how we trap souls with it. So that's something to think about if you're into magic and are new to it. Here we have the Princess of Cups. She looks Asian. I know he had a song about a China girl, did he not? Maybe that's her. And here again we see this, like the guy, Maddie's t-shirt, some stuff here. Princess of Cups, Prince of Cups actually. So easy to read them. They are all marked, so you can, we all know what Queen of Cups are. But at least for those of you who've done tarot for some time. Here she's spreading her legs in a very promiscuous imitation. It's also a sign of power. I like the, if you have a little small look here, you can see that the shape of this individual here, the head shape, is actually equivalent to the Egyptian god of knowledge, Thoth. So there are so many details within these cards. I'm not even sure we barely went through them, so I'll run you through them. Here we have the King of Cups. Oh my God. Ace of Coins. What does this say? Whatever. We have finally the pentagram. It's kind of my favorite star. I don't know. I like to combine having a hexagram with the pentagram inside. Here we have the tree of life. We have the roots here, growing up. There's cats, there's everything. I don't know, it's everything. Look at him. 2 of coins. Again, an Asian guy doing some kung fu stuff, slipping towards you. Wow. Talking about juggling, what do you know? 4 of coins. Here he's certainly in no manner. Here you have the DNA spiral. What the fluff do you give me? DNA spiral. So 5 of coins. This is a more modern depiction of how we see 5 of coins. Today we see them everywhere. In the streets. Sitting in the streets and looking for food in the dumpster. So it's part of our, human experience and all, the flower of life, everything you can dive your face into. 6 of coins. What happened? Something happened. Yeah, there are a couple of things I brought with me yesterday and I realized they are not here. What's happened? They are not here. Well, again, alien language. Could be EOE. No, it's not EOE. Well, EOEH could be. I don't know if any of you know about this code. Any aliens out there? 6 of coins equal give and take. Oh my god, the details are crazy. Let's just say you don't have to eat any magic mushrooms today. You can just dive into the David Bowie cards. 7 of coins, 8 of coins. They are each, wow. I don't have any words. You can't beat this. 10 of coins, princess of coins, and out of the blue you get something that is very different in its expression. I don't like clowns, but in this situation it's not really just a clown, is it? Princess of coins or pentacles. You couldn't really guess, could you? Because there's no pentacle here, is it? Or is it? If it is, I'll find it. Oh, here we are going over in some cyberpunk stuff. Or steampunk. Sorry, there's a huge difference. So, Prince of Coins, steampunk. Of course, that would be steampunk. Queen of Coins. Did we just not have it? No, it was the princess. Okay. Okay, here. You know, this is all about power. This is more being a demigod. Here she's creating the DNA spiral by just, I don't know, being whatever she is. If you want to travel to another world, I already feel like I'm on my way somewhere else by just looking at these guys. These cards. King of Coins. So he's got this pharaoh stick and he's got one eye like Odin. So welcome pirates, Nordic pirates. We have everything in here. Ace of Wands. It's just an explosion of colors and I can't believe my own eyes. These, if you want to think about me when it comes to colors, this is me. You know, black as the basis And for me, white and this fluffy stuff is not really me, but this black basic here and this explosive, beautiful, strong colors, that's where I am. And this is art. This is artwork on the most high level. It's dedicated to David Bowie, so of course 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands, again, little sticky, so it's okay to go through them. Just pull them apart once and it's okay. 4 of Wands here with the flower of life and the hexagram and fucking magic mushrooms. Excuse me. So with 5 of Wands we have a struggle here, and usually 5 of Wands, this could be, sometimes you see children playing games and stuff. Here you have 2 cobras. This is really a tense situation. So the pressure on the situation is really depending on what cards you pick. And I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in, I don't know, at least if you are in tune with your I believe in synchronicity. That's why, I don't know, I don't really do a lot of rituals before I do a reading. I shuffle them and not a lot more. 6 of Wands. So they carry the colors of victory, and they carry the colors of, you know, a lot of orange, yellow, which is all about the solar plexus. This is Jupiter in Venus. This is, hello, here I am. 7 of Wands, of course, this is a position where you need to defend yourself a little bit. And we have some Kung Fu stuff in here. David Bowie. I really underestimated his head. Well, never really did. I love the Labyrinth. But I've never really been super, but he's got a beautiful voice. And now I can say I'm a fan of his tarot deck. Too bad he's not alive to see this. Of course, we can't die, so he's probably seeing this, laughing right now. He's omnipresent. David Bowie, thank you for being you. 10 of Wands. Of course, someone would say he was the head of Illuminati, or, you know, he was really high up in Illuminati and that stuff. So, if you believe in the construct of Illuminati, then everything is there if you want to dig deep into it. So this is really 10 of Wands. Hey, you see the struggle. On some 10 of Wands, you would say, oh, you're almost there. You get this feeling. Here, you really see he's about to faint. He's almost there, but that last part really is a struggle, and he's got a Scorpio right behind him that, you know, if you fall, you're a dead man. So for you Scorpios out there, be nice. Princess of Wands, Prince of Wands. Now this is what I call Prince of Wands. Queen of Wands. Now, this is probably one of the coolest Queen of Wands I've seen. Normally she irritates me a little bit, I don't know why. And the cat here is an actual panther. So, what else can I say? Wow, 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 and wow. King of Wands. And here we have these strange alien doodles. King of Wands here is a little bit different. It's not what you're used to. It's a Leo. Here he actually also gives lives to this fetus, which is very strange. But it's not so strange because he's ruled by the sun. And the sun is actually a goddess, more like a goddess, as the sun gives life. The sun gives life and Saturn takes life. Saturn, Cronus, you know? So that's the difference. So the Leo would have ability as the goddess, being representative of the sun. Ace of Swords, flaming. Two of Swords, Three of Swords. Yeah, the infamous Three of Swords. You can dive into the details as much as you want. Oh wow, I like this one. This is a much more interesting depiction of Four of Swords than I'm used to. Four of Swords is, you know, it's always someone who are hospitalized or something like that. Here it's full on Ashtanga yoga to be in, or Hatha yoga, whatever makes you tick. This is full on handling the pain by becoming the pain and going into this energy of discipline. So it's a little bit like that in another deck called the Night Sun. And so, yeah, so far, it's to say this is cool. That's just undervalue the card. It's a topper, you know. So here we have Five of Swords, more uncomfortable colors, very strong complementary expression here with this sea green bluish color, and then this blood-ish. But this Five of Swords, usually it represents mind games and all this. Here it's a little bit more brutal, it's uncomfortable, which it should be. We do a read and we don't really, that was just a read, but if you come really close up to someone and you only get a few cards to represent your situation, and you get this one, it can give you a small creep. That's just how I experience it. Six of Swords is all about a journey to move away. So you barely see the boat here, and it's actually about to fall into a hole right here. So I'd say good luck with that journey. Here we still have sacred geometry, and for your information, there is alien writings there, maybe just his handwriting. This face in one of my travels came towards me once, so just saying, it's a real face. Seven of Swords, that is so sneaky, and I love the complementary colors here. I love this more balanced green, red, and because the cards say they don't just describe the situation from an external perception, although the symbolism is not esoteric as in, you know, what we are used to when the Knight of Swords, usually would be an air sign, but it's exalted in Scorpio, so that's the normal. But then again, to be rude to the guy and Fournier who made the esoteric cards, the drawings there are a disaster. I just have to say it looks like it's been done by someone in kindergarten. But I use them still because of the esoteric symbolism. At the same time, this goes far deeper than these amateur-like made cards. So he's an expert. The Tarot de Esoterica. He's an expert in understanding what things really are like when the alchemical process is tuned in. And I'd say these go far further. But combine them with the lame drawings of the other cards, you know, it could create a much deeper understanding. However, I think this is more than enough. Here you have my favorite bird, the corvids. This would be crows in this case, and 8 of swords. All the corvids that you see in the cards, they symbolizes the mind. And when they are screeching around your head, they could be quite annoying, we all know that. So, 9 of swords, that's just, you know, I think the color combination here is just harmonious and wonderful, but she does not seem to be in a very harmonious situation. You see the shadows in the background here. 10 of swords. What can I say? It's like, fuck you. Here we have the cube. I don't know what to call it, hypercube. It's the cube within the cube. Princess of Swords. Here we actually have 2 worlds who mirror each other, which I find interesting. And she's ready to chop your head off for sure. Oh my god. Well, here's my guy. At least he's the male version of me. A guy, black, very, very awesome trousers, cool long black hair, a little bit pale, with the raven coming, let's call it, it's actually a crow, but let's pretend it's a raven. So Prince of Swords. I mean, now the cards just elevated themselves from being awesome to epic. This is, what can I say? These cards, so we have Queen of Swords with an owl in the background. Should be a raven, as it's a mind thing, but she sees. King of Swords do have here a buffoon-like creature, but don't be fooled. King of Swords are one of the smartest or most intellectuals, just like the Queen of Swords in the zodiac. Anything else about this guy? Not really. I like cybertronic style. This symbol here means literally, according to someone, an artificial way of activating the Kundalini, but that's just, you know, something I checked out. So we are done. So thank you, Los Garebo Tarot, and not to mention Shambhala, for providing these cards. And yeah, he recommended them. I had a look. I was a little bit skeptical because although I love psychedelic shit, I'm also very picky when it comes to psychedelic shit, because a lot of psychedelic shit is just a lot of mess. But this clearly is not So I was going to go through with you but loads of other cards that we've obtained for the past months and really haven't showed you properly, but for now I have to digest these cards here. There are many things I would love to say about especially these ones, but we are going to use them when we are doing our reads. Besides that, Heaven on Earth Tarot, what can I say? Beautiful, a bit more careful, classical drawings. I have to admit, these are the ones I came to pick up. These are the ones I was like, I rather want these. But since I ordered these, we do it like this. So yeah, well, whatever, you know. Another deck are these unicorns. They are funny. They are funny. Just to show you one example. This one made me laugh. Actually, they all made me laugh. They will all say, not a tree, but roots. They all basically look like unicorns. But they will all say, not a snowman, mystery. So they will look like something, like fire. This looks like fire, but it's a unicorn. But it says, not a flame, but it's creativity. So they have this weird sense of humor. This is really what I fell for. It's not a tiger, it's your majesty. And it's the unicorn that looks as a mixture, yeah, of a tiger and I don't know, I don't have any words, but that's the sense of humor they made. This is such a flower. It's vulnerability, and it's, I don't know, it steals my heart. It steals my heart. And of course there's one here where I can't even find the unicorn, which made me laugh even more, because it's a black cat and Jupiter, so it's not a planet. It's space. And there's no unicorn on this one, which made it even more funny. So, I don't know, they are just oracle cards. I said to myself I'll quit buying oracle cards, because then it will never end, this nightmare. My collection is growing, I don't have a home, like a real home, and so I need to cool it down, but like, here you go, I mean, here you go, here you go, here you go, and yeah, these ones. Actually, I forgot this one. No, that was not, okay, oh my god. Yeah. Actually, there are two things I got from the city yesterday, and they both disappeared. The reason I purchased this is because I am so in love with these guys that we already used for a while. And I was always like, you know, you should get Tarot Las Hadas. And then I see more books and everything about Hadas. I'm like, what is this? Is it a brand? Turns out that Hadas is just a Spanish word for elves, jinns, spirits, pixies, and you know, all that. So all kinds of supernatural creatures that is in here, and they are more like, you know, spacey, and these like on my favorite list. And that's why I got this. This is another artist, but they also have a very, I love the work. It's non-digital. This is obviously digital, but when I can get my hands on something that is really handmade. You can smell the ink almost from the card. But I got this because I really fell for this, and these remind me a little bit of this. But we are going to use this, so no worries. Okay guys, I was going to show you my cats, but it looks like I need a shower. Actually, it smells like I need a shower. We will for sure find the cats, and we will enjoy the cats. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the Starman review, and if you're a collector, go get them while they still exist. They are fucking awesome. I'm Raven from Arundel. Thank you.